The Detroit Regional Chamber's annual policy conference is underway this week on Mackinac Island.
Political reporter Rick Albin is there and caught up with lawmakers from Michigan about pressing economic issues.
Here at the Detroit Regional Chamber's policy conference on Mackinac Island, there are a lot of conversations about trade and tariffs, but there's also another big question on the minds of some people, and that's what's going to happen to the economy, particularly as it pertains to the federal budget. What will the Senate do with the House bill that was passed just last week? And what will happen if those plans are implemented? At least one U.S. senator has serious concerns.
That'll affect every single Michigander.
Democratic Senator Alyssa Slotkin has been a U.S. Senator for only a few months, but already
Bill H.R. 1, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
She and her Democratic colleagues are grappling with a spending plan passed by the House.
The bill is passed.
That she believes could have a big impact in Michigan. She talked about that at the policy conference.
The president has, jammed his bill through in the House, and now it's in the Senate starting on Monday when I go back. And I think the important thing about the bill is it's cutting a ton of things like health care, SNAP, food stamps, a bunch of things, so that we can pay for the president's tax cut for some of the wealthiest in the country. That's the theory of the case. But the other things that it does is cuts things like the manufacturing tax credits for, plants we have being built right now in Michigan. So I've heard, both on the economic side, but also on the healthcare side, that we just have a lot of deep concerns about what this will do for the state.
Republican Congressman Bill Huizenga sees the House-passed bill differently.
Here's what I distinguish is cuts versus savings, all right? And I don't know how it's defensible to have 1.6 million people that are dual enrolled in separate states. They should be in one state, right? How do we justify having illegal immigrants that are here without proper documentation qualifying for these programs while we then are trying to figure out where the savings can go to make sure that that safety net is there for our own citizens. And again, having an able-bodied male who is able to work sitting on the couch is not productive. We need them off the couch and onto a payroll.
The Senate still needs to take action on the so-called big, beautiful bill. Any changes made by the upper chamber would send the measure back to the House, where it may be difficult to get the required votes the second time around, since it passed by only one vote initially. At the Detroit Regional Chamber Conference on Mackinac Island, Rick Albin, News 8.